Hello everyone, I am Monali and I welcome you all in today's lesson with a very big heart. Students, today we are going to discuss about tissues, and here we are going to take up first of all plant tissues. But before moving towards the topic plant tissues, let's have a look at the levels of organization. As you can see in this figure, the bottommost level is that of atoms. I hope you all very well understand what atoms are. They are actually the basic building blocks of matter and small constituent unit of matter that possesses the properties of the element. Atoms are combining together with the help of a chemical bond to give rise to the next level, which is the molecular level. Molecules are the smallest thing a substance can be divided into. Molecules of various compounds give rise to protoplasm, which is the living matter of the cell. This protoplasm is organized into various cell organelles such as nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, and each of these organelles has its own functions. Cell is the next level of organization, which shows the living activities. Its cell is made up of specific organelles which help it to carry out all its life activities. Cellular level of organization is followed by the level of tissues. Tissues may be defined as a group of cells that are similar in structure and perform a specific function. Tissue level is immediately followed by organ level. An organ is composed of different kinds of tissues which help it perform its functions. Next level is that of organ system. An organ system consists of a group of organs which work together to carry out a specific function. The organ systems collectively form an organism. So children, below the organism, we have lower level of organization. Organisms of the same species that occupies a particular area gives rise to the next level of organization, which is the population level. Population level is followed by the community level. A biotic community may be defined as an aggregation of the populations of different species living in an area. Next level is that of the ecosystem level. An ecosystem is a natural unit comprising the biotic components of a particular area and the abiotic components with which they interact. And at the highest level we have biosphere. The sum total of all ecosystems present on this earth will give rise to biosphere level. Above the organism, the levels which you can see here in this diagram, they represent the higher level. While moving in upward direction from atom towards the biosphere, complexity increases. When we move in downward direction from biosphere towards the atoms, number increases. Let's see how can we define tissues. Children, a group of cells that are similar in structure and or work together to achieve a particular function forms a tissue. You may be wondering sometimes whether plant tissues and animal tissues are similar or not. So answer is definitely not. Plants and animals are totally different in their structure and functions. Plants are stationary, that is, they do not move and hence require less energy as compared to the animals. So most of the tissues present in plant body are dead and supportive in nature, which provide them structural strength. Animals, on the other hand, require much more energy as compared to the plants as they move around in search of food, shelter, etc. So most of the tissues they contain are living in nature. The growth in plants is limited to certain reasons. So they have two types of tissues, dividing and non-dividing. This is not so in case of animals, and they don't have any such demarcation of dividing and non-dividing reasons. Moreover, the structural organization of organs and organ systems is far more specialized and localized in complex animals than even in very complex plants. Let's begin with the plant tissues. Here in this video lesson, we are going to look at the meristematic tissues. Children, based on dividing capacity, plant tissues can be conveniently classified as meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissues or meristem. The term meristematic has come from the Greek word meristos, which means divided. Or meristematic tissue therefore can be defined as a group of cells that have the unique capacity to divide continuously. Let's have a look at the features of meristematic tissue. The cells are small and usually polygonal. They do not have intercellular spaces. It means they lie close together. They have thin cellulose walls. Their nuclei are large and prominent. They have very dense cytoplasm. They usually lack vacuoles. Vacuoles are the mainly concerned with the storage of waste materials, excess of salts, etc. Meristematic cells are actually mainly concerned with the cell division and do not have that much of waste material to store. So, they usually lack vacuoles. Here in this diagram, you can see the cross section of meristematic tissue. Let's see what are different types of meristematic tissues. On the basis of position in the body, meristematic tissue may be classified as apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Here in figure A shows location of meristematic tissue in longitudinal section of shoot. Figure B shows transverse section of the shoot at position 8 to 8. Let's have a look at the different types of meristematic tissues. Let's begin with apical meristems. Location. Apical meristems are present at the shoot apex and root apex of the plant. Function. They are responsible for increase in length of the plant, that is, they form growing points at the apices of roots and stems. Intercalary meristems. Location. These tissues may be present either at the base of internode, as in cases of grasses and wheat, or at the base of leaf, as in pinus, or at the base of node, as in mint. Function. They help in elongation of the plant organs. Lateral meristems. Location. These are found along the lateral sides of stem and root, and they are responsible for increase in the girth, that is width of stem and roots. Here is the last topic of this lesson: differentiation. Children, this is the process by which meristematic cells, when grow mature, lose the ability to divide, and then they acquire permanent shape and size and start performing a specific function. Thus, we can say that meristematic tissues differentiate into permanent tissues by the process called as differentiation. So that's all for this lesson. Thank you very much for tuning in. Shine bright and stay happy. Bye-bye.